Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Virtual Workspace. This is the 10th video in series Mastering Virtual App and Desktop Step-by-Step Installation and Configuration. In this video, we are diving into uh, advanced configuration of storefront server. So we are adding two server in our store, one server, and we are customizing our web page and we are changing reconfiguring authentication and then after that I will show you how to deploy Citrix Workspace via storefront server. So let's start with adding server into our store for our first store. So let me log in into the server. So this is the first storefront server we configured, and currently we have only one server in our store. So now we are adding one more server, so that is help us for redundancy and load balance. So I'm just click on the log in into storefront and select server group and click on the add server. So it will generate one code. That code we need to type here on other server. So this is the first server and this is the second server. And second server I have already installed storefront server, and I open this storefront server console, and now I am going as we are going to join other server group. So I am clicking. Let me click here. So it will now. Okay, so code is generated now. This is the authentication code. So this code we need to type here, and that server will join. So this is the authentication code I put. Let me copy the server hostname, and let me join. So now this new server SR2, it will join our first store, and whatever the configuration we did on that server, that configuration will sync with this server. So it will take time to sync for joining process. On other server also we can see this. It is authenticating that server, so it will take some time. So the process is started now. Both server are connected, and it will getting synchronized with the first server. Here also, yeah, on primary server also you can see the progress. Here you can see it's adding server, and if you go to the secondary server, it is joining. So it is joining that first server. It will still joining the server group. Same on the other server. So still it's adding the server. It's added. Now I think it is propagating the changes. So whatever the configuration we did on the first server, that will be propagate to the secondary server. So that changes is synchronizing now. See, on the secondary server, it is downloading the configuration from the first server. We can see here the server name, and is still propagating, copying the configuration to the secondary server. So it's successfully joined now, successfully added here. Let me click on OK. So as we are on secondary server, and it is already configured all configuration, and so now we will show here. Let's check on the secondary server meanwhile there. So it's still in progress on second server. So we need to wait for some time. On secondary server, it was showing message it is successfully added, but on the primary server still it is showing in progress. So we need to wait for some time. On the primary server also, the secondary server is added now. Let me click on OK. So now in server group, it will show us 2 servers, and also here it will show us the synchronization status with the secondary server. It will take time to update. Meanwhile, let me go to the other server. So it's added successfully. We have 2 server in server group now, and we can see here the synchronization status. So synchronization, we can see here, it's all showing green, means both server are synchronized. So we have added one server in our server group now. So we have we have 2 server in our server group. So now let's customize our Citrix login page. So we will add one logo here, and if you see, while login, we need to put domain name and user ID. So that also, for smooth login, we can also reconfigure that. So user just need to put their user ID and password, so no need to put the domain name. So that we will configure. Also we will configure the Citrix receiver deployment. If Citrix receiver is not installed on the client machine, so URL will first detect, and it will if it is not there, it will download that Citrix receiver, Citrix Workspace application from the StoreFront server and install. So let's customize our so here from this I have from here we can add the logo. So we need to provide the logo path. It is in C drive. This is the path. So here we need to add that. So let me browse it. I already copied the logo on desktop. So let me go. So this is the logo. Let me copy that. So this pending page also I have copied, and the new logo file. So the logo is added now, so it will appear there on the web page. So let's do the authentication method change, and let's deploy the Citrix receiver. So first the authentication method, we need to do it on that other option. So first we will configure the deployment of Citrix receiver. So from here you can select actually, if you select this option, use HTML5. So it will use Citrix plugin to launch the application. No need to install Workspace application, but you will get there is some minimum Citrix feature with this option, and so I'm going with this option. Use HTML if it's not installed, or okay, otherwise we need to go with this option, install locally. So if you select this, it will it is mandatory to install Workspace application, then only you can log in. So for deployment, for Windows, it will go current setting. If it is not when we launch the Citrix storefront URL will try to detect the Workspace. If it is not found, in that scenario, it will download it from the website. But I'm selecting this option, local, or download it from the local storefront server, and I have copied the setup file on desktop. I guess, oh, here it is. So I just give the path. So user will download the exact version which you want, and which is compatible with your Citrix environment. So this is the best practice to deploy it from a receiver. Or if you select the website, or it will download which is the latest one is available, or it might be sometime it create a compatibility issue. So the best practice to deploy it from StoreFront server, which version is compatible, that you need to select deploy it from the StoreFront server. So the other option for Mac user, I am selecting the default one. So if it is Mac OS, it will go to the Citrix site and download that. Let's click on the apply. So we did two changes. First one we customize our web page. We have added two logos there, and the second one, the deployment we have configured. So if it is not installed, it will direct download and install. Click on OK, close. One more setting we need to configure it, that authentication. So let me click here. Manage authentication. So from here we need to disable, we need to reconfigure the so here are multiple authentication option. So let me go here and add the trusted domain. So you need to click on the username and password and the first option. So trusted domain only, you need to click here and you need to add your word. Let me add our domain. Workspace.com. So I have added this domain. Now it will not ask on that page because we have already configured here the trusted domain. So by default, when user login, it will go to this domain. And if you have multiple domain, you can add here, and user can get this from the list. So that also we can do that. But as currently we have only one domain, so I am going with this option. Click on OK. It will take some time to configure it on the StoreFront level. So let test the configuration what we did now. So we change the logo and we change the user name and password screen. So let me log in again. As we change the configuration, so it will take some time to log in. Maybe sometime due to a cache it will not load, so we need to close the browser and try again. But let's see with this option first. Okay, see the changes are reflected now here. Our logo is showing here, and now we are not getting domain here. Simply we can put the username and password. So that we can simply do that. So we no need to put the domain now. So we using username and password only, we can log in. So we have tested two things. One is the logo which we added, and now we no need to put the domain name. So the other thing, so we have tested that deployment. So if Workspace is not installed, it will automatically download it from the server. So that let test that also. Let me copy this URL. So Citrix Workspace is not installed our secondary server, so we will try to access our URL and we'll test if it is download it and install. So that server, I just start that server. So once it ready, we will log in and we'll test that. Also, I forgot to mention one more customization. So our base URL, I'm going to I'm changing the base URL. So I'm just starting virtual workspace here. So let me change that. So let just so change this URL with the virtual workspace. As we are added secondary server, so I'm going to change this with our to virtual workspace. So after that, we need to add this entry into the our DNS server. That I will do that later. So our base URL is changed now. We will test. We'll try to access with that URL now. So base URL is changed now. So this is the new URL we have configured, the virtual workspace. And to work that, we need one changes on the DNS level. So on DNS server, I have added this AAA record entry. So I have just put the name, the virtual workspace, and I have added the server IP address. So that, and also we can create a load balance DNS record. I'll create that later, but now I have created this single entry and it's working now. If you uh, just if you just access this URL, it will work. And so the URL is working now, which we configure. So let's get to let's test the Citrix workspace deployment. That is still not we have configured that on the storefront server. On deployment, we have provided the package also, and on this server, on this machine, we will access this and test if it is working or not. So I am accessing our Citrix site using this URL, which we newly created URL, and just let's click on the Citrix workspace app. So it is not installed on this server. So I just click on the agreement and I just click on the download. So now it is downloading on it will download from our storefront server. Let's click on the download and continue. Okay, so its package is downloaded now. Just skip. It will take. It's not downloaded actually. Now it just started download. It will take some time. So as we have selected the option download it from the local server and we have provided the package, so it will downloading from our storefront server now. By default, if we didn't configure that option, it will download from the Citrix site. So once it downloaded, we install it and we'll try to log in. Download is about to complete, and once it's done, we will install it and we'll try to access our site. So let's go to download and install the Workspace. So Citrix Workspace application is needed to launch any Citrix app. Like once you log in, this is the client side application and it should install on every client to access Citrix environment. So this application communicate with directly to the Citrix delivery controller and the session host server. So for that we need to install this application on client machine, and that deployment we can download it from the Citrix website and we can install. But to provide that for user, we have to configure it on the storefront server. So storefront server detect that application. If it is not installed, it will automatically download from the storefront server to the client machine, and it will then we can install that. So that application installation is simple. You just need to run the setup and follow the screen instruction. So I'll just skip that installation and I just click here already installed, and I'll install that later. But our Citrix site is accessible now with the new URL, and our customization what we did, it is showing here. Now no need to put the domain name, and our logo is also added here, and deployment is also working fine. So in next video we will configure Citrix profile management. So this is a Citrix profile management tool. So it's a shared profile. So that we'll configure in next video. About this video, if you found this video helpful, please like the video and please share it with your Citrix admin friend, and please subscribe to the virtual workspace so you don't miss the next video. And drop your question in comment and I will happy to answer that. So thanks for watching, and see you in next video. Thank you.